The origin, the first cryptocurrency in the world, Bitcoin, was released to the public in 2009 by a developer or group of developers, going by the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Since that time, despite the development of competing cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin has remained the most popular and valuable cryptocurrency worldwide. Bitcoin relies on cryptography to regulate and control its development rather than on centralized authorities. Bitcoin was first intended to be a means of commerce, but it is now mostly used as a store of value. The creation and execution of Bitcoin by Satoshi Nakamoto, who incorporated many pre-existing concepts from the cryptography community, marked the beginning of its history. Some businesses started accepting Bitcoin in addition to fiat currency starting in the middle of 2010. Bitcoin came into existence. Bitcoin.org was registered on August 18, 2008. A document titled Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, was sent by Satoshi Nakamoto to a cryptography email group later that year, on October 31st. This study described techniques for producing what was referred to as electronic transactions utilizing a peer-to-peer network. The Genesis block of Bitcoin, which carried a reward of 50 Bitcoins, was mined by Satoshi Nakamoto on January 3, 2009, launching the Bitcoin network. On January 9, 2009, SourceForge hosted the initial release of the first open-source Bitcoin client. Hal Finney, a programmer, was among the first to support, embrace, contribute to, and receive a Bitcoin transaction. The world's first Bitcoin transaction occurred on January 12, 2009, when Finney received 10 Bitcoins from Nakamoto after downloading the software on the day it was released. Wei Dai, who invented the forerunner of Bitcoin, B-Money, and Nick Szabo, who invented the forerunner of Bitcoin, BitGold, were also early adopters. 1 million Bitcoins are believed to have been mined in the beginning by Nakamoto. Gavin Andresen, the lead developer at the Bitcoin Foundation, the closest thing the Bitcoin community has to an official public face, took over for Nakamoto in a way before the latter withdrew from all engagement with the currency. Bitcoin is only available in a finite amount. This is limited by its technology. The total quantity of Bitcoin is always limited to 21 million. Mining is the method used to create new currencies, and there are still 2,300,000 Bitcoins to be mined. What we know about Satoshi Nakamoto, the person or group of people who contributed to the creation of the initial Bitcoin software and published the 2008 paper that popularized the idea of cryptocurrencies, are known by the moniker Satoshi Nakamoto. Nakamoto continued to work on the creation of Bitcoin and the blockchain up until about 2010, but he hasn't been seen or heard from since. Nakamoto wasn't the first to think of the idea of cryptocurrency, but he was the first to find a solution to a key issue that prohibited its widespread use. Bitcoin could be reproduced, unlike conventional money. The double spending problem was addressed by Nakamoto by developing the blockchain system of verification. When the first version of software emerged in 2007, the identity of Satoshi Nakamoto seemed to be active, working on the software's initial release. The email was used to communicate with him to Nakamoto. It was impossible to determine who was truly behind the alias due to the absence of background information and identifying details. Nobody is certain if Nakamoto was a single person or a group utilizing a fictitious name. However, the people who created Bitcoin were certainly real.